Hi everyone. Today we're going to factor trinomial of this form, x squared plus bx plus c. First, let us review multiplying two binomials. In here I have x plus m times x plus n. So we know how to multiply this. I'm going to get the x from the first group and multiply to all the terms of the other binomial. So x times x is x squared, x times n is positive nx. The next is the m to be multiplied to the other members of the other group. So m times x is mx, m times n is mn. And then I can see that the two terms in the middle has a common factor of x. So I put the common factor x outside. So the other factor will be n plus m. Or since our last term here is mn, I want to interchange the n and the m, and there will be no issue on that. So here it is now m plus n multiplied by the quantity x. So when we multiply this x plus m and the x plus n, this is our answer. So for today's topic, that we're going to factor trinomial in the form x squared plus bx plus c, and to compare with our review multiplication on top, I can say that the b here is equal to that m plus n, and the c, or the constant, is equal to that product m times n. And then later, what we want to get are factors of this form, x plus m times x plus n. Now, we will learn how to factor a trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. We're going to follow some steps. Step 1. Write the factors as two binomials with first terms x, just like this. Step 2. We're going to find two numbers m and n. And this m and n will be those terms that we're going to write on the blanks in the step 1. But there are two conditions for this m and n. This is the first condition. If we multiply the m and the n, it should be equal to the c. And this c is the constant of our trinomial. The next condition is, if we add the m and n, so that is m plus n, it must be equal to b. And this b here is the coefficient of the x in the middle term of the trinomial. So once we comply the step 2, we will go now to step 3. We will use m and n as the last terms of the factors. So it will be like this now, x plus m multiplied by x plus n. And step 4, we're going to check our answers. We will check by multiplying the factors, and it must come back to its original problem or the original trinomial. Let us have some examples. Example 1. Factor the trinomial x squared plus 13x plus 30. Step 1 says, let us write the factors as two binomials with first terms x. So I wrote like this, the x plus blank and then x plus blank. In step 2, let us find two numbers m and n such that the product of these two numbers is equal to c and the sum of these two numbers is equal to b. Here is the list of factors of 30. The first is 1 and 30. The second is 2 and 15. Third, 3 and 10. Fourth, 5 and 6. Now on this column, we are going to add the factors. 1 plus 30 is 31. 2 plus 15 is 17. 3 plus 10 is 13. 5 plus 6 equals 11. As we can see here, this 13 here matches our B. It means to say the factors 3 and 10 is what we want for the m and n. So step 3, we are going to use the m and n as the last terms of the factors. So from here, the 3 and 10, we're going to put on the blanks. So it's now x plus 3 times x plus 10. Step 4 says, just to check our answer, we're going to multiply these two binomials. So x times x will give me x squared. X times 10 will be 10x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 10 is 30. In the middle terms, the 10x and the 3x, we can combine them. And the final answer is x squared plus 13x plus 30. And we can see that the product here is the same with our original trinomial on top. So what does it mean? It only means our answer here is correct. And this is our final answer. Let us have example 2. Factor x squared minus 11x plus 24. Step 1. Let us write the factors as two binomials with first terms x. So x plus blank multiplied by x plus a blank. Step 2. Let us now find the two numbers m and n. We are looking for the factors of 24, and here are the factors. 1 and 24, negative 1 and negative 24, 2 and 12, negative 2 and negative 12, 3 and 8, negative 3 and negative 8, 4 and 6, negative 4 and negative 6. And then on this column, we are going to add the factors. 1 plus 24 is 25. Negative 1 plus negative 24 is negative 25. 2 plus 12 is 14. Negative 2 plus negative 12 is negative 14. 3 plus 8 is 11. Negative 3 plus negative 8 is negative 11. 4 plus 6 is 10. Negative 4 plus negative 6 is negative 10. We can see now that this negative 11 as the sum matches our value of b. So it means to say we're going to use the m and n as the last terms of the factors. That is the step 3. This negative 3 and negative 8 are our m and n respectively. So we're going to put these two values on the blanks. So this is now our binomials. X minus 3 times x minus 8. In step 4, if our answer is correct, by multiplying these two binomials. So we have now x times x is x squared. X times negative 8 is negative 8x. Then negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Then negative 3 times negative 8 is positive 24. And then the middle terms, we can see that they are like terms that we can combine. So we have now the final answer, x squared minus 11x plus 24. And our answer here is the same with our original trinomial on top. It means the x minus 3 times x minus 8, and that is our final answer. Let us have example 3. Factor the trinomial x squared minus 2x minus 35. Step 1. Write the factors as two binomials with first terms x. So here it is, x plus blank times x plus blank. And then let us find two numbers, m and n. So we're going to find the factors of this negative 35. So the factors of negative 35 are on this column. First pair is 1 times negative 35. Second is negative 1 times 35. Third, 5 times negative 7. Fourth, negative 5 times 7. On this column, we're going to add the factors. 1 plus negative 35 is negative 34. Negative 1 plus 35 is 34. 5 plus negative 7 is negative 2. Negative 5 plus 7 equals 2. But we're looking for a sum that is equal to the b, and here it is, the negative 2. It means to say, we're going to the step 3 to use the m and n, these two terms here, this pair of factors, to be placed on the blanks. So here it is now, we have the x plus 5 times x minus 7. So step 4, we will check our answer if correct by multiplying these two factors. And we will hope that the answer will be same with our trinomial here. So multiplying the x and the x, that is x squared, x times negative 7 is negative 7x. Then 5 times x is positive 5x. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. So we're going to combine the two terms in the middle, the negative 7x and the 5x. We will have a negative 2x. So our final answer here is x squared minus 2x minus 35. And we can see that the answer here is the same with our original trinomial on top. It means to say the binomials x plus 5 times x minus 7 are correct and considered to be our final answer. Let us have example 4. Let us factor x squared minus 6x plus 10. Step 1, I'm going to put here the x plus blank and then times x plus blank. Step 2, let us find two numbers m and n, the factors of 10, such that later on we will add them to get a value of b. So on this column, the factors of 10 are 1 and 10, negative 1 and negative 10, 2 and 5, negative 2 and negative 5. In this column, we're going to add each pair of factors. 1 plus 10 is 11. Negative 1 plus negative 10 is negative 11. 2 plus 5 is 7. Negative 2 plus negative 5 equals negative 7. As we can see here, there are no pair of factors of 10 to get a sum of negative 6. In this case, we will say that this trinomial is non-factorable, and this will be our answer here. Let us put some notes here. We know that we are factoring a trinomial that is equal to two binomials, and that is x plus m times x plus n. If c is positive, the c here is the constant of our trinomial. It means to say the m and n. The m and n are here, should have the same sign. It can be both positive or both negative. Look at our previous examples 1 and 2. In example 1, the constant is 30 and positive. So look at our factors here. The 3 and 10 are both positive. Also, the sign of the b will tell us that the signs of the m and n should be both positive. Let's have example 2. The constant is positive 24. So look at our m and n. They have the same signs and both negative. Considering the sign of the b here, since it is negative, it gives us idea that these two binomials in the m and n should have both negative also. Now, if c is negative, the m and n should have different signs. Look at our example 3. Our constant here is negative 35. The values of m and n have different signs. One is positive, the other is negative. And there is another clause here. The bigger number between m and n should have same sign with b. So the numbers 5 and 7, 7 is bigger, and because the sign of the b is negative, the 7 as the bigger number will have the negative sign also. I hope you learned something from this video. See you again next time.